Right. Okay, hello everyone. Fixed the errors with OBS because OBS loves to be amazing. Yes, we're back. Once again, my headphone wire continues to get worse. I should probably buy a new one at this point. It's just, every time I want to reset it, I just have to like hang it from my door, and it's annoying to do. So, I mean, I could just like try and hook it under my desk, but then I have to sit in a really awkward way. Won't be able to do this on stream? Ah, that's a shame. So did. Hello, Lucas. Hello. Right, yes. Last we left off, we had a bit of a build going. The problem is, I don't think it's very good. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna quickly get rid of it. I'm gonna remake it. And not just that, we're going to get rid of our bleed deck. Yes, I have a bit of a cold at the moment. My throat is rather incredibly awful. But, yeah. Thank you, CBT. I'll quickly grab that. Alright, I should drink a lot of water. I have any problem with hydration anyway. Yeah. You're everything free from the chains of playtesting work 1 week before project release. Amazing. I always love doing work. Only getting to do work last minute. That's my favorite. Revert attributions. Yes. Right. So. What we want to do is, we want to get some people that are endured to pierce and resistant to blunt, ideally. Emma is decent. I think we want one Eugen. Have you played the new Arcane Odyssey update? No, I have not. Still. Yeah, them. Oh. Is it pierce or is it... Hold on. How many war crime? I have not committed any war crimes since last time. I've been far too ill to commit war crimes. I'm afraid, chat. Yes, so this is Pierce. Yeah. We want to endure Pierce. Are you tired? Moderately ill. That's what's causing me to sound tired, yes. The evil paintball. Damn, what is this slander? Okay, so what I want is, I want a Eugen who will be our healing person. Then I want a Bamboo Hatted Kim to be able to, like, tank. And then I want 2 more bleed inflictors, which is going to be... Could be you. Although I'd prefer... Endured. I guess beggars can't be choosers if we can't find endured. That's not the right image. Get well soon. Thank you. Yeah, this is decent. Otherwise, it would just be like G-Can for the blunt. Honestly, the blunt resistances are probably more useful than just getting a little bit of pierce resistance. So let's have 2 G-Cans. Right. Piggy is going to be our clasher. Piggy is going to be the one that... We want to get Piggy a bunch of haste, and then they'll just clash with slash dice. So, like... How do we have them do that? Is there any way to build haste at the moment? Flying sword, yeah. And we could have 2 flying swords. Just so we can get a little bit of haste. Then it's what? 4 draw 3 light? Right? 4 draw 3 light, I think. Full draw. I do not know where our drawer is, so I should probably look up drawer. Hello, Oslo, welcome. Okay, is this decent? No, not really. We wanted a tanking character. Which means... Do we want a tank or a clasher? Because if we want a tank, there are better key pages for it. Like, let's drop this. Scattering slash. Otherwise... like... that. Feather shields, I reckon. Haste, feather shields for defense. And then... slash and defensive power? No, what am I doing? I would prefer like a Walter. Right? For defense. No, he's weak to blunt, so not a Walter. I'd want like a... Is there anyone who's better at... I mean, your Pierce endured, but you're a 2 to 5. Your Pierce stagger endured, 2 to 6. And it might be you. 2 to 6, I guess. I guess we keep that other one. To overcome crisis. Might not be the most inspiring of streams today, but yeah. I hate this, the way it loops. So awkward. Anyway. What are we building? We are just building a basic tank setup. Yeah, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Rather it be a stream day than no stream day? Well, that's good. Okay. You are gonna be... honestly, just one side burn. Is the way we do this. Maybe we need slightly less than that. Then for our draw. What if we have 2 of them? Then... yeah, watching chat says the people are low-key chill too. That's nice. That's nice. Let's get flash instead, and then let's light restore. Probably clean up. Because then we want healing on them. So keeping emergency rations. And then it's just the usual burn, right? We don't have any other healing, I don't think. Let an account on my PC not wanting to load the stream for about 10 minutes. Anyway, how are you? I am rather ill at the moment, so it'll be a little bit lower energy of a stream today. Yeah. But other than that, I'm pretty decent. We could go for defensive dice power. Considering, yeah, and then we get a 1 cost. Which would be, we don't really win clashes, so let's just do that. Don't you need bleed or double kick to trigger gluttony? I wasn't even remotely building for that, but that's a fair point, actually. Double kick. Double kick is a 1 cost. I mean, if we're going for a Clash Win build, then this changes slightly. Because let's instead... Actually... Is it a reasonable thing to have Yujin be our tanker? Is it reasonable for Yujin to be our tanker? Question mark. I think so. Because then we change the Searing Swords for... Okay, you are going to change then. This whole thing is going to change. It's you instead. At this point we need... the feather things. I'm just gonna shield. Feather shield. There we are. This looks decent. Draw, light restore. Honestly, should probably then be 2 scattering slashes. You there, double kick for gluttony. Okay, then you are going to be not a clasher. Do I need a clasher? I don't really need a clasher. It's probably better for me to just have another blunt injured spammer. That's what I'd say. You can deal true damage with Salvador's passive, can you? Thank you for the donation, Zio.
At Real Zeal added $2.76 to the Lunacy Fund, DMs.
Where's Salvador? Want to do stagger damage? It's probably not useful for us. What's this? Mart, the water imp. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Like, I know I say thank you quite a bit, but, like, genuinely I couldn't do this if people didn't donate as much as they did, because just I would have to actually look at getting, like, a real job that isn't just sitting at my computer playing video games. So yeah, no, many thanks to everyone who donates. It genuinely does mean a lot. Hello, Piggy. Hello, hello. Alright, Staggers are fine and all, but we could just kill instead. Time to throw hands? So true. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's a flash. Flash will sign up, yeah. And then our light restore. There we are. Okay. Thank you, so. When are we getting no-hit Ruina streams? Maybe for a later challenge. The thing with no-hit Ruina is it would basically be a massive RNG check, to be honest. Okay, then how do we build these guys? For a start, they're all gonna need, Sigma Workshop. Sigma. Not I might be cooked. I might be cooked. I might be cooked. Right. Oh. I'm so stigma, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm so mentally cooked. Honestly, is it? Well, no, we're one-siding. What am I talking about? If everything we do is slash, we may as well get bleed on slash. Like, may as well get that. And then a 1 cost. What have you done, Argalia? 2026 images, that's worrying. What are you sick with? Just like a cold. Really, it's just a basic thing. Okay. It just really hurts when I swallow. So yeah, not doing that is the aim. Yeah. Chicken noodle soup to the rescue. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Razor strike. Stigma workshop. Important to note. Stigma workshop. Not Sigma workshop. No, there we are. Okay. So. Let's see if this works. The strategy is Malkuth takes all the hits she can. And then everyone else just sort of one side. So let's kill this guy. You're a cat person or more of a dog person? I think I like cats more. Dogs are cool, but like cats are rather fluffy. I like that. That's cool. Ow. I like that music, it's cool. Hello, Floratic, welcome. Wow, I sure do love dealing 0 damage. Lakeside Songbook? Sure. After this, I'm just enjoying the music at the moment. The non-zero chance that they survive, I'm just gonna put a few of those out there. What if you did streams where you read the source material Olympus Company sent us? That'd be interesting, but then you end up with stuff like Dreams of a Red Chamber, which would take me 20 years. Ow. Okay, one dead. Okay, let's protect her. Never mind, I can't do shit. Please don't tell me she dies here. That would really annoy me. I mean, it would be interesting to do a raiding stream. Also, yeah, she's far too close to death. There we are. Feather Shields will win, surely. I would hope Feather Shields win. More Coops ASMR? Well, yeah, okay, I am getting sort of carried away with the singing. Ow. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop, apparently. Okay, no, they're still alive. Good to see, I suppose. A reading stream wouldn't do well because we all know Project Moon fans can't read. True. So true. I wonder who the first person to make that joke was. They are definitely dead. I could probably delegate some of them to here. Okay. Hope supers won't be a big wall. Yeah, I hope so too. I wasn't expecting them to be that. Okay, they are definitely dead. This is by far overkill. Every fan has a X-fans can't read joke. That's fair. That's fair. A lot of people can't read. It's quite a common problem, actually. So, I'm assuming now if I attack these guys, I don't want to attack them. Oh, wow, this is fun. A turn where I don't have anything. Yeah, okay. I need more card draw, is what I'm putting together here. Yeah, I definitely need more card draw. Good burn can bypass that revive thing. I am yet to see it do that. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a positive. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, we got lucky. Really? Please stop just giving me Flash of Sunups. I don't want just Flash of Sunups. Also, I can't redirect that one, so they might be dead. There's a non-zero chance they're dead here, depending on how the rolls go. No, okay. Reassuring. Have you considered Flash of Sunup? Okay. Okay. Wait, no, I want the Searing Sword to go, well, Searing Blade to go towards there, and then you, do I clash you? No, I don't, I just do another Searing Sword towards there. Nothing going towards them is strange. The only amount of card draw is 4 to 5. How do I fit that in, though? Like, how do I get that much card draw into my build? That's for Star of the City, though? Okay, that's reassuring. If we played something completely different like Yakuza, they wouldn't react because they wouldn't get to see the video, because I know how YouTube's recommendations work, and effectively, that would mean nobody would ever see the video. Yeah, unfortunately, with YouTube things, if I was to do that, fair odds nobody would ever get to see the video. There's just, YouTube doesn't like you doing things outside of your usual niche. We have something will come and make you a Yakuza YouTuber. As much as I wish that would be the case, that's sadly not how the algorithm works, I don't think. I don't like how low HP my Malkuth is permanently on. Min-max is allowed for this kind of fight. As soon as we get past a phase, yes, min-max is allowed. But yeah, YouTube's essentially trapped me in Project Moon until I find a breakthrough. Yeah. Until I find something that fans of Project Moon also want to watch, I have no way out. I am stuck here until I find something that is equally as popular with both fandoms. Which is understandably hard to do. Good page draws preferred. You can utilize I'd recommend 4 page draw and at least 1 per turn. Okay, interesting. Yakuza is not helping a credit for that series in particular. Yakuza fans are drawn to flames like Project Moon moths. Interesting. Interesting. I'd be interested to try moving into, like, FNAF. Project Moon MMO? I would love a Project Moon MMO. Please, KGH. Please, the Project Moon MMO, my life is yours. Okay, this guy is about to get burnt to death. The sweep will become ash very soon. Yeah. Yeah, I get the feeling so too. Madness Project? It's so true. So true. Just something randomly oddball. I'm actually gonna be a point-and-click adventure YouTuber. That's what's next. Uh-oh. That is worrying for that guy's health. Did I really have no page draw there? Okay. Hop on Mist. So true. So true. You know, a friend of mine, like the first person I'd ever seen in YouTube had named themselves Mist, and it was just impossible to find them because, like, the game would come up before them, obviously. Yeah. You know, clearly I need to become 100% YouTube, but that's the strat. Okay. Have you ever played Baba Is You? I've not played Baba Is You, but it is quite a cool game. I should probably try it out sometime. Anyway, do we just do the same thing over again now? Is that like this, like what happens here? We just do the same thing over again. I should probably stop humming before I give somebody who actually has musical talent like a eardrum rupture. Let's kill this guy. I keep saying that and then I don't. So, like, yeah. Let's put a coin up as well. You ready to rupture my eardrums in VC? It's okay. Ah, yes, the ASMR voice. Oh, did I say Hod? This is Malkuth, yeah. I like Malkuth. Malkuth is cool. I can see viewership dropping. Turns out people don't like a slightly disease-addled YouTuber. Yeah, no, I've heard good things about Tomodachi Life, yeah. Can I afford to take that? 10 HP towards them? I'm not doing that. No, that's just like instant death. Eight. Okay, those two are headed towards me. So I need to redirect those two. I can't redirect that one. I can't redirect both of them, is the problem. Let's just get some card draw going on them, because I'd like to have more cards. Okay, cool. Every live Ruina stream loses viewers during supers. Actually, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Are you becoming a Baratrauma streamer? No. Thank you for the question, though. 11. Oh. Okay, somehow I get the feeling this guy's dead. Just a thought. Just a thought, they may be dead. Just looking at the amount of burn they have, they may be dead. Okay, they use that. That gives them 11, which drops them down to, like, 19. Burn takes them out. Unturned streamer. Stream's very nice and fun to listen to whilst working in class. Oh, that's nice. What class are you working on? Out of curiosity, because, I mean, if it's a field I know, I'd be happy to ramble. Have I mentioned... I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, actually. So recently I've been, like, obviously revising all the bio stuff. Because, yeah, of course I have. And it's amazing the amount of biology terminology that would fit in a D&D campaign. Like, okay, so... basically... The nerve cells have these... They have, like, a fatty coating. They're coated in what are called Schwann cells. Now, the interesting thing about Schwann cells is the idea behind them is the Schwann cell will sort of create these points of insulation that are the only things that need to be depolarized, which allows the rate of conduction to go quicker, which is quite cool. But the gaps are called nodes of Ranvier. It's amazing. Who named this? Like, yeah, no, and that's not the only thing. Like, you've got in nerve cells, these gaps are called the nodes of Ranvier. Otherwise, you've got, like, the loops of Henle for the kidney. What other things are there? There's a few more that are just named the most absurd things, and you would see them on a medieval fantasy map. They're great. Probably a guy named Ranvier? Yeah, probably. Ranvier was probably the guy who named it. US history? Ah, that's cool. What period of US history? Because I studied the making of America, but I'm not too familiar on after that. Okay, one dead. Let's actually clash this, and then try and clash this. I'm gonna leave me a little bit of light to use next turn, though. Okay. Because, yeah, so I studied from, like, independence of America, then through all, like, Manifest Destiny, like, basically the entirety of it up until corporations start to take over, and then after that point, I stopped. Like, that's where my period of study ended. Alright, another one down. I'd like to take them away, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to retain the feather shield for later, and let's burn this guy to death. Oh no, let's burn this guy to death, because they're the ones that's not being covered. Just made it to the 90s... the noughties 2000s. Oh, interesting. So, like, is that post-Cold War by that point, or... I can't remember when the Cold War ended in, like, 70-something. Don't quote me on that one, chat. Yeah, no, that's a really cool period of history. I wish I could have studied that, but mine was all earlier, sadly, because the Cold War is such a cool period of history. It's amazing. I really enjoy it. Right after Cold War? Yeah, cool. Cool. I love Ruina tank strats with a son to use because you just do more damage by hitting them. You don't lose clash enough to warrant planning to take damage. Yeah, it is incredibly rare for a strategy revolving around taking damage to be worth it. I find the incantations, nodes of Ranvier, etc. more interesting than history. That's fair. Everybody has their own favorite field. I'm a massive history nerd. I am a massive history nerd. It's just... almost all of it is really interesting to me. My favorite period is sort of... varies, really. Because I really like World War II era history, but then I also really like the medieval period. Medieval's really cool. Also, that's a shame that we missed that evade. But yeah, then also biology is obviously my field, so I am interested in it quite a bit. I love game design and development / story writing personally. That's cool. That's cool. Oh. That's annoying. I'm gonna take... No, I'm not. They're dead. Okay, that's frustrating, but there's nothing I can do about that, really. They just sort of decided it was my time to die. Okay, they're dead for sure, right? Ignoring that. I suppose we should still keep stacking then. The Hoi4 gameplay shows your favorite period of history? I actually prefer EU4. Honestly, EU4 is my preferred Paradox game. Oh, damn. I think history is really interesting. Unfortunately, my country's history is blocked by so many goddamn layers of propaganda. We study American history in school instead. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I am fortunate enough to live in a country where they actually teach us our own history. Well, let's do that, and then they probably burn to death, so... Next up them. Because there's no chance I win those clashes. The good old strategy of just don't clash. Honestly, I think the older, more freeform Paradox games are better. Like, I really love EU4. I think EU4 and CK2 are like the pinnacle of map games for me. This is problematic for my health. I'm hoping American history isn't just we went there guns blazing and got the land. That's not quite how it's taught, no, but then again, I'm British. So... I mean, like... no, that is what they did. That is what they did. But also, they did a lot more. Like, forcing them off their native lands. And, tearing down civilized nations. You know. Classic American stuff. I really love how CK2 kind of just throws historical realism out of the window and goes, yeah, you can have a horses party at council. Great work, really. The thing is, Salt, I'd like to bring something to your attention. That was, like, what Caligula did, I believe? Yeah, Caligula. Caligula appointed a horse as member of his, Oh, no, they didn't make him... they didn't make him a consul. Damn. But it's the historic thing. But, like, no, I mean, CK2 really does go... What I love about CK2 is that CK2 goes for the whole... You are playing the stories of what used to happen in medieval times. You're not playing what happened in medieval times. Which is quite cool. I like that. I think it's a nice way to go about it. So over here, the settlers essentially tried to live in the land they saw was rightfully theirs, and they saw it was inhabited. They fought a defensive war. It wasn't really a defensive war, though. That's the problem. It wasn't really ever defensive, because they sort of went out there and then saw there were people there, and their immediate response was, this is our land, what are you doing on it? We're going to remove all your water now because this is our god-given land. Until it wasn't. Yes, but the problem was it never really was defensive. Like, to begin with, it never really... What is this luck? Okay. They just... Really. All towards the guy that can't defend against it. I see how it is. Okay, I see how it is. Fine. Yeah, they're dead. What on earth was that? Okay. Scattering Slash. Let's go Scattering Slash Feather Shield Cleanup. Please could you hit me more with those reusers? No? Okay. You cannot rewrite biology? I mean, you can, unfortunately. It doesn't mean you're right about it, but there are plenty of people who try and rewrite biology all the time. That's quite a common occurrence, sadly. Stagger, which is unusual. Shit. I wasn't expecting to get, like, an actual stagger off. Huh. It's unusual. I would love it if I had more card draw. Ow. W Massacres, and what do I miss? Nothing really. Nothing has happened. It's just Aladdin being Aladdin. I think they're just talking about the challenge in general. Okay, finally some reuses, and it's right when I don't want them. Okay, that's annoying. You said you wanted to be hit more? Yes, so they deal more damage to themselves. It's not like that, Aladdin. Okay, also, this is problematic for me. I mean, I am Eugen, so... What is with the max rolls? Like, are we okay, actually? Do we really have to be hitting all those max rolls? You've got to be kidding me. No, 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 no. What is this bullshit? Okay. Right, well, that's 100 HP down. The unfortunate thing is we now no longer have a bleed team to back us up. So, yeah, that's slightly problematic. Okay, if they all use their haulers here, we may be fine. Yeah, because now I use a Scattering Slash here, and then 2 flashes of Sun up against you. Hello, Cherry. Welcome to stream. I did that mythical thing called deck building. Also, why are they not using their reusers against me now? What is this? Okay. What's my favorite TV show? My favorite TV show, I really like, there's a TV show called I think it's called Travelers. It's basically about this group of time travelers, fiddly enough, who attempt to go back in time to what was then modern day Earth to attempt to stop the end of the world. Because effectively, due to all our like over-resource use, we drive the world into extinction. So they're, well, not over, it's a lot more than just over-resource use. There's also a meteor that's apparently going to hit the Earth, which is quite an important plot point. Okay, there they use the reusers. Also, wow, the screen goes bright when they do that. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. I might be dead here. Well, so hello, Bacon. Welcome to the stream. Okay, somehow we're not dead just yet. I don't have any of my damage reducing things. Uh-oh. How did you lose that? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Speaking of chicken legs or chicken breasts, I don't really like chicken. To be honest, not really a chicken guy. Okay, fine. I've just given up on the hope that that would work. I get staggered here and then I die. No? Okay, hold on. I think I have a second floor. I do have a second floor, yes, that is true. Oh, I see. That's how we're doing things. Let me quickly just... I want to use that against you, and then I do 2 scattering slashes. No, let me do this against you, and then I take it with a scattering slash. Because that way I get my light, and then... Oh, okay, fine. I mean, luckily I take no damage, but, like, next turn I take damage. Okay, now is the turn where I die. Yeah, now is the turn where I die. Unrelenting save? I don't have unrelenting. And that's death. Okay. So, we just have to hope the non-setup bleed team can carry. So we don't get any passives. This is problematic. So we're just gonna have to... hope... We don't even have Sayo. I probably should have used these guys instead for Razor Strike. I have utterly misplayed my resources here, haven't I? Okay, so all we want to do, really, is have high resistances. Like, you are good resistances. That's like all we can do, because I've utterly misplayed my resources otherwise. So let's just hope. Hope and pray. Why can you do all of this, but you can't do passive attribution? It genuinely makes no sense to me. What was the thinking there? Okay, Bamboo had a Kim. They're gonna be my, raw, like, tank. Store light. And then page draw. Is it? What am I thinking of? One setting a ton of sunset? No, we go bleed. We go bleed now, because this is Hod's floor. Okay. I guess the question is it more worth it to just one-side bleed and ignore the fact that we're on Hod's floor, or is it more worth it to build for Hod? That is a question I'm not sure I have the answer to. What am I looking for? Where are you? Flying sword. I feel like PM doesn't think, you know? Yeah, true. True. What's the mod called? It's just like unlock console or something. Can't quite remember. Honestly, I am tempted to just do burn spam. I am tempted to just do burn spam. The only problem is we don't have the burn passives. So it might be more worth it to just do bleed. Because, like, what's bleed without flesh fillet again? It's... I don't know what it looks like without flesh fillet. Because, like, one-sided bleed, especially considering all of the attacks they do, that would nuke them. That would nuke them. But also... I'm not sure. That is a debate. With the amount of health they have left, I think bleed is the play. I do think bleed is the play, which means it's... Do I have my bleed set up? You. Are we sure that's my bleed set up? Yeah, loss of sense is my draw. Oh no, this is my bleed setup. Yeah. I think, yeah, no, I think this is the play. I think we go bleed now. Just to finish things off. Okay. New Irish ID? I don't think I have remotely enough resources to get them. Okay. So. Do I take that already? What do I have? I have... Yes, I could take that. But I think it's better off for me to just bide my time a bit more than that. I have enough HP on everyone else that I can just do stuff like this. And then you all... I want them dead. What on earth are these draws? Okay. Really, I should be using deep drag against them. Okay. This is some shit. This is some shit. Okay, deep drag. See if this works out. Was Scattering Slash the right play there? Because I'm only clashing one extra person. That might not have been a good play. Might have been a good play to just do a single. That is absurd. Why are they doing that? Hold on, is that... Why are you doing that? Oh, 3 cost or higher +1, blunt dice power +1. Wow, they are really perfectly set up to do that. Also, that is terrifying, actually. Do I have I have another Scattering Slash. I think I take that, and then I have to do, like, Flying Sword against someone. Like, Flying Sword against you. And as for you, 2 Flesh Fillets. Or Flesh Fillet and a Cleanup. Cleanup. Overcome Crisis. Flesh Fillet. Cleanup. And then I want to clash with the Flesh Fillet. Okay. Everyone else is a tad worrying, but we'll see. Okay. Could we stop doing that, actually? Okay. Really don't like that one. Why are we doing no bleed? This is worrying. It might have been a burn angle after all. It might have been a burn angle. I might have fucked it up. I may have squandered the opportunity we were given. Potentially. That's a shame. Keep drag. Why did I wait for the right face? Longest angle, yeah. For the best second way we could do it, yeah. What the fuck is this? What am I looking at? Okay, oh no, we die here. There is zero way. The fact that we haven't killed one of them is pathetic. You'll at least get Valerie? That's the thing. I don't know if I will at this point. Like, you'd hope. Okay. Okay, we get Valerie at least, yeah. Otherwise, we're just finished. We've done no damage to anyone else, we're just dead. Okay, fine. Fine, this is how I die. Oh, okay, wrong face. Okay, one dead. Stagger. On the right side, you can maximum now. That is true. We can maximum the first two phases now. That is true. Hello, Headshot Fraudster. Welcome. Is there any real point continuing this at this point? It's just going to be a prolonged series of misery as we die slowly. I don't really see the point. Treasure up one of the other named ones? Yeah, that works. We'll see. I can't believe I fucked up so badly though. It was not even remotely a bleed angle. Like, it's so far from a bleed angle, it almost hurts. There's Obsession. Far too little, far too fucking late. Fight with bleeding around 300 tons total? That sounds miserable. And we're dead. To claim their bones, we would never get the other thing off. Yeah, no, that's just that. Sharp Nails helps me pass that. I don't get the point of Sharp Nails. What would be the point of Sharp Nails? As always, it is good to see that stream viewership is at an all-time low, because, yeah, of course it fucking is. At least we can maximum. curiosity, where would we put more? Unk, it's a weekday. Uh-huh. Okay, time to play some other games? I'd get 5 viewers. I'd get 5 viewers. I guess mine all. Left for, but I'm assuming you lost. How'd you guess? Work, exams, and it being the second most boring fight in the game. Or the algorithm could hate me. Like, look, okay. It's not good for me if I can't get better viewership at this point, because this is the only time I can stream. If this is the viewership I'm maintaining forever at this point, I'm fucked. Frankly. Okay. We can now use maximum though, at least, which is something. Jesus, okay, that's smoking something. Swifts are really cool in my opinion? Yeah, they are. Time for me when you stream, it's just the time when day ends, I just sit back and relax. Ah, that's nice. That's nice to hear. Okay, Alicia, I understand it might come across as if I'm whinging for no reason, but like, if I can't improve stream viewership, like, what do I do? Because I am sort of fucked if I can't. That's like, once again, like, I don't know how to put it. Also, do we have, oh, we have Razor Strike as well as Mental, yeah. The direct time when I start my workday so I can press hit everything and get fired. You're welcome, Nebula. Okay. Scattering Slash. Archived. No. I just realized I forgot to hold down Maximum. What am I doing? I'm throwing. Do I even have Maximum on? There is a non-zero chance I don't have Maximum on. Let's see. Okay, I do. Now I do. There we are. Now begins the hold down the A key. At 7 phase, I'm not prepared to handle that. Yeah, crying children. Yeah, that's fair. It made if you play Archived again, your channel's dead. Yeah, you're not wrong. Ideally, the Mind Tool now should help us not get staggered when we deal with things, which should make things really easy for us. Okay, we can't fulfill our duties as a tank because nobody wants to actually hit us. Always good to see. You are dead to burn. Surely. I think I'm talking about the A word? Oh, archived. Yeah. Because, like, it might not look it, judging by how unprofessional I am, but I do actually want to do this full time. Like, I do want to make this my job someday. It's not, I don't just do it, like, as a hobby. And instead, if I want to do it as a job, I should probably get better at, like, everything. But like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of the niche, really. Because if I can't improve viewership and I can't, like, all I can do is make better videos, and if that doesn't work, I'm just sort of dead in the water, you know? Let me take off Maxwell for a second. Try asking Kamui for advice. Kamui and I do very different styles of content. Because he does, like, weekly uploads. Well, not weekly, but, like, daily uploads. And the like. Well, no, he does weekly uploads and then does daily Limbus content. You fun to watch in my opinion? We just need more people actually like watching whatever you do. Yeah, that'd be the dream. That would be the dream. One day, I'm sure. Maybe. Permanent peak was during the Babel playthrough? I mean, thankfully, no. The solo challenge was better than that, but better and worse. Because, I mean, I actually, like, consistently hit 200 viewers back then. Which is moderately sad to think about. But, like, also, no. What are you talking about? Streams don't... Kamui streams at midday. Kamui streams at 12, and he hits stupid numbers. Hundreds of viewers. I don't know what you mean. It's not a time difference. Like, what you're saying made sense until I considered that... No, not really. Isn't Kamui streaming like now? There is a non-zero chance Kamui is streaming like right now. Hold on. Kamui ever? Drumroll please. Live. 1 hour ago, 4.4k views. Kamui's also just larger and uploads way more frequently? Well, I suppose. I don't know, I don't know. I mean, it's nonsense to be complaining about it, and it probably also turns more people off to hear me complaining about it, but still. C'est la vie. What can you do? It's the never-ending hell of everything taking time, yeah. Thankfully, okay, chat. For the next, like, 3 weeks? For the next 3 weeks, I will be able to stream every day, and I'll be able to actually get videos out. Then I have, like, 3 weeks of exams, which will be fun. But then after that, I have, like... God, how many months? A few months. Where I can just do that. And then after that, I should actually be able to stream later. I can actually stream into the night. Look at that. I should actually be able to have later times. What mod do you use for the console? Let me quickly pull it up. Workshop. Subscribed items. Debug console activate mod. That's what it says on the tin, really. I'm also glad you're somewhat on my time zone. Aladdin, you're British. I am at your time zone. Why are they using both the 333s at the same time? The keyboard doesn't show the button in the description. It's... You have to... Wait, you don't have grave? Oh, that's unfortunate. Exclusive closing shifts so I can catch the afternoon streams. Yeah, fair. But yeah, like, I don't know. I suppose I just have to upload more. That seems to be the universal thing that makes a YouTube channel successful. The problem is, executive dysfunction is a bitch. That's the issue. What's your favorite time zone? I mean, like, I'm biased. I have to like GMT. It's just, it's a nice time zone. And I have to like it legally, or else I get kicked out of the country. Shrimp resolution. Say you won't upload more. So true. If I don't upload more, then I'll get more viewers. This is the play, actually. Does Inscription have a Library Ruina mod? See, Eagleless Challenge of FNAF Love Corp? I do, that is true. The time for me currently is 6:47. Yeah. I am curious, why do people watch my channel? Like, I am curious. Because I honestly have no idea. Because I kicked from Kamui's place. Even if that's true, Aladine, you don't have to say it. I have to post a pinned message. Yeah, fair. Currently the one live streaming this specific challenge. Fair. Enjoy watching a challenge. Have fun to talk and listen to. Ah, nice. Nice. Stuff not having to play it while watching unique gameplay challenge. That's fair. I do torture so that other people don't have to. Came from a link in the Babel Chord, stayed because I realized the community was significantly better and everywhere, and I was just a cool guy and entertaining to be around. Nice. Challenges, rants, and insanity. Well, it's good news. My insanity is not going anywhere anytime soon. The insanity is here to stay. I do, however, have a therapist now, so the insanity may not be here to stay forever. Thankfully, like, when she asked, oh, what do you make YouTube videos on? I was just like, gaming challenge videos. Didn't have to elaborate. Oh yeah, I torture myself for hours at a time. That didn't come up. That didn't come up. That was good. Because, like, see, I'd be worried then. That would be a hell of a thing to explain. The Inscription Ruina mod? I mean, I'd be happy to try it. I honestly didn't know Inscription had a Ruina mod. The death of the Goops channel. Okay, honestly, like, if I could uploading multiple times a day is madness, but there's a YouTuber I started to watch, at one point, who's called Sift. I watched them when they were, like, a new YouTuber, which is mad to me, because, okay, they actually have, like, wow, quite a few subscribers now. Although, I get the feeling, yeah, wow, this is sad. I imagine having to do this for a job. Feel bad for that. But you know, like, I was actually there for the point at which they started doing inscription content. Because I remember watching them. Hold on, let me find their inscription stuff. Wow, it's the same thumbnail. God. Okay, hold on. What? Yeah, screw innovative thumbnails, I suppose. Hold on. Let's... Jesus, when do we get to the inscription part? Hold on. Wow, okay, hold on. I was expecting inscription to be sooner. It might be 3 days? Here, hold on. Inscription. I remember this, because I watched this. You can see how popular it is, because they beat it on, like, the first thing. And then I was like, oh man, I really like this guy. I wonder when they're next gonna upload. This was uploaded literally the same day. So yeah, that's why I started watching them. And then, like, honestly, uploading more might be a good thing for the channel. No, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Hold on, let me... If I go to their live streams and the popular live streams, you can probably see... Oh. Because if it's the 100%, you could probably see me in chat. But still, what fight do you think will be the hardest? Probably one of the, like, Bina realization would probably give us a run for our money, I reckon. That's what I'm droning most, I'd say. What's my favorite instrument? Well, I'm biased. I learnt the piano. Just once a week, or once every other week, or really just more than once every 3 months. You're not wrong. I probably should, like, I've got 2 videos currently in the pipeline that I should actually work on. Yeah. So not every video needs to be a 3 Michelin star hour-long video that took months to write and produce. At least me personally would be happy with a once-a-week moderate reception challenge, Claire. It'd be interesting to do more short-form content. Because I don't really know how you make short-form content. I don't... Like, for me, as much as I like making the long videos because it's just that sort of cinematic style stuff is what I like to make. I like doing that. But also, I don't really know how to make shorter videos. That's level 2, and then it's April Fool's. Okay, there was an earlier videos, but it was Babel, so, yeah, Babel is no longer up on the channel for obvious reasons. I'm sure everyone understands. Yeah, it's slightly hypocritical to play a mod when you find out the lead dev is a horrible, horrible person. Another Drifter Ryoshu video. Dear lord. No, I'm fine, actually. I don't want the death threats. That was something I had to explain to my therapist. Why did your motivation drop during a certain point? Oh, people on the internet were sending me death threats over my opinion on a unit in a video game. That was an interesting one to have to explain. Wonder Sparking #1A in fairness clears with like Ricardo Reception, Roach Emperor, City Red Revolt. That'd be cool to do a Wonder Sparking style thing. Is it that bad? Well, I mean, you try and explain to like a middle-aged woman that you not only do you make videos on like gaming content, but also that other people on the internet liked your opinions so little that they decided to send you death threats over it. Like, it's a slightly hard situation to explain. If I remember, you called the code uncreative. Yep, I called it lazy. People did not like me calling it lazy. Yeah. That was quite something. Was Limbus ever that serious? To these guys, yeah. I mean, like, Vader got sent death threats over saying people should use the IDs and egos they want to. Like, it was his, Soup Sinclair video. He unironically got death threats over saying people should just use IDs they want to because, like, cool animations and the like. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, I should hold down A. What am I doing? How can someone so nice as Vader get death threats? Well, here's the thing, chat. People don't care if you're a good person. They don't care if you're nice. They don't care if you help people. They just hear you say something they disagree with, or their favorite YouTuber disagrees with, and then they get out the guns. Drifter Ryo is the one with the bamboo-headed Kim. No, it's the one who looks like Night Drifter. Despite having nothing to do with Night Drifter in that kit. Yeah, welcome to Limbus fandom. That's the reason why I want to get out of Project Moon content. I should just do short videos on, like, other games. Like, I should just make a CDDA. Would anybody be interested in a CDDA video? I think CDDA might be a bit, like, too much. But, like, let me look through my games library. What do I have that, like, people could watch? That might be interesting. I don't know many games, like, hold on. What games am I good at enough to, like... I need to check... Like, my high playtime doesn't exactly lend itself to good videos. There's a Hoi 4 gameplay, which, like, me? Yeah, okay, I'll do videos on like that. But, like, here's my most played games. Hoi 4, Terraria, Space Station 14, Ruina, obviously. I can't make an Antimatter Dimensions video. There's no way I can make an Antimatter Dimensions video. Like, no. Limbus Company. How would I have that much Limbus Company time? T-Mod Loader. Stuck in Time is a really good game. Honestly. Then RimWorld, Auction Not Included, PlanetSide 2. This one's a funny one. The reason why I have this many hours in PlanetSide 2 is because, as a kid, my computer was really bad. My computer was god-awful. So it would, like, go black. It would black screen, and just, that was it. So, one day before school, I booted it up, and it died, and it left it running for a few days, and that's how I got that many hours. But I have played it quite a bit. But it's just, the reason why I have 100 hours and more is because yeah. A sort of podcast? I could do a podcast. A podcast would be interesting. But, 100 hours in Bad North. Refer back to the computer turning off incident. But yeah, in Stars in Time. Man, I wonder if I have plans to play in Stars in Time. Hold on. I wonder if I have plans to play in Stars in Time, or I wonder if I have plans to play Signalis. I wonder if I have plans. Anyway. Do a People Playground video? I'm not the right channel for that. I like Civ 6. Civ 6 is a good game. I don't have plans to play One Shot. But you know, I think I have good taste in games. I think I have decent taste in games. It's Stasis stream. Yeah. Factorio would be interesting to do. But, Noiter or a random Hitman challenge? I could, honestly, I wouldn't mind doing an Entry Point video. Because Entry Point is unironically one of the games that, in my opinion, could stand on its own as a real game. It's one of the only Roblox games I would actually, like, if it was made into, like, a Steam game, I would pay real money for Entry Point. That's how good it is. I would genuinely pay real money for Entry Point. Let's keep killing this guy. We stream Star Sector when it comes to Steam. I never really got into Star Sector. I got the totally legitimate code, and then didn't really play it. But I could give it a try. It looks like it would be right up my alley. Now if you got Hypernet Explorer? Yes! Hypernet Explorer when it comes out, I'll play. Isn't Entry Point just Payday? No. I would say Entry Point is probably closer to Hitman. It's like... It's Hitman if Hitman was a heisting game, if that makes sense. Especially with the recent challenges. The recent challenges really make it, that. I've played Grass Cutting Incremental. I have not played Grass Cutting Incremental, no. That sounds funny, though. Cultist... Ooh! I could do a video on Cultist Simulator. Ooh, that's an idea. I love Cultist Simulator. Great game. Cultist Simulator was one of those, like... I just played it non-stop. GCI? What's GCI? Oh, Grass Cutting Incremental. Interesting. You know, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed. I would not be opposed to doing a Cultist Sim thing. The one problem I have with Cultist Simulator is just the fact that after your first run, there's too little variance. There's too little variance to actually make it, like... Not to make it fun. It is a fun game still. But just the same loop happens, and despite the fact that there's some absurd stuff, reaching it is a slog. I'm doing this so I get hit, by the way, because that's sort of the entire thing of Ashes. We want to get hit. Yeah. Because it's also... I was thinking about doing a, Fallen London video. Like a video essay on Fallen London. Because Fallen London is an amazing MMO. But, I sort of lost interest in it, which has, killed the motivation. But, like, honest, I have... Is my map here? Hold on, I need to keep holding the A key. One moment. This is just random spare paper. Where's my map? Down there. Hold on. I have to get it. Yeah. It's fallen down the side. This is an issue. Is this worth grabbing? That's not worth grabbing. That's fine. You guys can understand. Hold on. Let me... Let me find, like, an image. I'm sure I have an image of it somewhere. So this Fallen London has a zone called Irem, or Irem, and effectively, it's like the, it's the Loom of Fate, if that makes any sense. And you move through these different areas to chart out what, like, future you're gonna get, to give yourself a destiny. The thing is, there's no, like, map between the areas, so I had to draw one myself. It would be far better if I could grab it from over there, but, like, as you can see, this was over, like, a few days. I actually mark off the dates that I found every zone at, and then I mark the different routes to get to places and use that to work out secrets in it. It's amazing. Irem is one of my favorite zones, I think, just of all time, in any video game, because I love having to get pen and paper out to do something. I love it when a game makes me actually take notes. I think it's so cool. Reminds me of the fan-made Black Souls 1 map. That would make sense, considering that map is stupidly obtuse. 0 days! Yes, Salt. Yes, 0 days. You are right. Yes. Why don't we focus on person. What am I doing? We should probably... Let's start building that up on them. An RP stream would be cool. Yeah. You may like Void Stranger. Void Stranger's been recommended to me before. It does sound interesting. I used the music from it in one of my streams and people really liked that, so... Yeah, that'd be interesting to do. Surely they die here. Surely we just get lucky. What's the longest we've gone without mentioning BS? It's, like... You don't really keep track of the timer. That's not something you keep track of. Telling Booker hours the explicit choice of not looking up anything. My notebook is getting a wee bit full. That reminds me of, hold on, my notebook. I played Blueprints just by myself at one point. And you can just see, like, the whole of my notebook is just various, like, scrambled words. Like, you could ignore the archive review, but, like, words there, like I showed you, more just random stuff. Blueprints was so cool. Yeah. So, I like, having a notebook physically by me is just, it's nice to be able to write them. Can I play Black Souls without getting monetized? Sadly, it's a challenge that's been done before. The more I hear about Black Souls, the less I want to see a playthrough of it. I'm gonna lie, the Fear and Hunger fans have said some unsavory things about it. Unironically, Fear and Hunger is more shock factor. That might sound strange to say, but Fear and Hunger uses shock factor more. FNAF security breach without witnessing a glitch? I'm fairly certain that's been done already. I would like to do it with, like, Ruin or Lobcore, though. Like, it was, yeah. It was done by Backseat Games. Of course. There are a bajillion videos of the same Persona 4 challenge run? That's true. That's true. I probably could do it myself. Why have I been paying? Interesting. It's not about the shock factor? Well, okay. We're gonna go back to a previous conversation I had. Back during the Base ID challenge, I said that I wasn't sure if Black Souls used its content in the same way Lolita does, or the same way... I can't think of something that's indulgent for no reason. Anyway, so that was, at that point, I conceded that it would probably have been just indulging for the sake of indulging. But, unironically, I think, sadly, it actually uses its content well. I have to concede that. I think it is actually a well-made game. It's a horrifying thing to say, but I think it does actually bring up interesting themes. And nobody, if I see anybody saying themes and such, I'm gonna kill someone, I swear. Glaze? Okay, no, like, it still has its faults. Like, it's not perfect. The second game, though, the second game's quite good. But, well, yes. Get Black Souls for myself, then. Be aware of what it is. Because it is aware of what it is. You're not... Like, it is very clearly that. But, so, okay, so, wait, did you play it? Yes, I've played both of them. I would say, in my opinion, Black Souls 1 is to Black Souls 2 as Fear and Hunger is to Fear and Hunger Termina. Fear and Hunger Termina is so much better than Fear and Hunger. And then it's the same with Black Souls 2. Is Black Souls a Souls-like? Not really. Like, its combat is difficult. Its combat is difficult, but like... the Blend Black Souls, every time I see CS and Rancher, there's been asking me why so many weird puppy blender equivalents. Okay, I want to bring up, in my opinion, what one of the best things Black Souls 1 does. So, the first NPC you meet is, like, a fairy called Leaf. And they basically tell you, nothing matters, you're the only relevant person here, you know, kill, do whatever you want to people. And to me, at first, that felt like just another, like, Flowey ripoff. It felt like a Flowey ripoff to me, because I was like, okay, somebody here has gone, wow, Flowey's really cool, I could just do that, and then didn't get it. That was my mental process going into it. But the more I played, I realized the brilliance of having that person join your party, because it immediately sets up something in a way that Undertale doesn't. Undertale sets up Flowey's it's kill or be killed in a way that is specifically designed for you to go, okay, he's lying to me. That's like, it's very clear. You're supposed to do the pacifist route. The entirety of Undertale goes, this guy that just tried to kill you, maybe he's not trustworthy. But by making the very first companion of the game the person that tells you that, it immediately puts you in that sort of, okay, well, that's what the game expects me. That's what the game expects me to do. So I may as well do that then. But the interesting thing about it is, that character's real name, they're pretending. They pretend that they're just a helper. Leaf is an entirely fake name. Their real name is Mary Sue. Now, I don't know how many people know what a Mary Sue is, but that's a very funny joke. A Mary Sue is a character in a story that is specifically designed to be the self-insert of the author. So, having the first person you meet who tells you to be, like, evil and not care about the morality of anyone be called Mary Sue, literally, is amazing, because if you end up listening to their advice and you end up doing what they say, you end up turning yourself into a self-insert. It's a brilliant bit of writing, in the fact that it sets up a character that you're supposed to trust better than Undertale, that you're still not supposed to trust. It's a way of setting up those themes with an expectation out of you in a more subtle way than Undertale does. Mary Sues aren't necessarily self-inserts. They're supposed to be. They're quite often if you call someone a Mary Sue, they are supposed to be a self-insert. That's the point of a Mary Sue. Typically. I mean, like, I could look up what specifically term Mary Sue means. Mary Sue. Unrealistically lacking in flaws or weaknesses. Yeah, I suppose. Mary Sues aren't limited game. No, they're typically in writing. Anyway. The thing I like, though, it does carry a literary origin, yeah. But the thing I really like about the game is, it's the first game I've seen that punishes you for getting the true good ending. It's the first game I've ever seen that does that, and I think it is a brilliant choice. Because effectively, the game goes... So, to get the true ending of the game, not the true ending, to get the good ending of the game, you have to do a bunch of complicated stuff to... So you have to save every companion. And to save every the companions in Black Souls 1 want to get themselves killed about as much as the companions do in each Fear and Hunger game. So you need to go all over the place. You need to take a completely insane route. You need to... Basically, you don't play like a real person. So, to do all that, you have to additionally gain, like, 5 sins? You have to gain 5 sins so a specific character appears, but then to actually trigger the true good ending, you have to have none. So you have to fake getting sins to get the character to then lower them back down again to then trigger the true ending. It is so convoluted. It is... No player will actually get that ending legitimately. No player playing naturally will get that. And so the final scene that the game gives you is you and all of the people you've saved sitting at this, like, table and you're all, like, celebrating, and they're going, man, I can't wait to, like, where everyone's gonna be so happy, it's all gonna be great, you're gonna have the perfect lives together, and then the game cuts, like, there's somebody who actually goes, you're such a pure hero, you know, it's been an honor to witness the, you know, the birth of such a pure hero, and it also has, there's one character quest that is this guy going around, and eventually at the very end of the game, he dies. And the thing is, during this good ending, he actually oh, hold on, sorry, open message. He actually gets revived. And he gets revived to tell you, man, I'm so ashamed that you were such a better savior for the kingdom than me. So everyone is just being really nice, really like, well done, you're the true hero. And then you sit down at this dinner table, it cuts to black, and when it fades back in, it's nothing but you and the sound of applause. And then it cuts to credits. And for me, that is the best the best good ending in a video game, because just like a genocide route, it's punishing you for not being true to yourself. Which is the thing that I think Black Souls does really well, is its message isn't about trying to enforce a fixed moral viewpoint on a video game, or taking advantage of a viewpoint, taking advantage of the video game for your own ends. The point of the game is to be human. And to be human is to be flawed, is to make mistakes, is to let people die, is to not see everything. So by taking advantage of everyone, or saving everyone, in both ways, you're abusing the world in the same way. It's just that one way you're making yourself feel better physically, and in the other way you're making yourself feel better morally. You're taking the hero's route, the good route. You know, don't you feel so good for saving everyone? And the game mocks you for that too. And I think that's brilliant. I think that's such a good choice, because in so many games, people don't get to the true route, the good route, because they're a good person. They get to the good route because there's a sort of expectation that you'll get to the good route. Undertale's true pacifist. Basically every streamer under the sun has been forced to do the good route of Undertale because that's just what their chats have demanded. So for me, to have this recognition, like Flowey's in Genocide, people don't do the genocide route because they're a bad person, people do the genocide route because they have to see what happens. I also love this recognition that people take the good route out of equally having to see what happens selfish means, and so they still punish you for being untrue to yourself. Which is why I feel like the game gets a bit of a bad rap, and I feel like certain aspects of the bad rap are deserved. But also equally, there's a lot of good writing. And this is what I hate about the game. I hate the fact that so much of it is written really well, because I can never bring up, like, in most places, I actually think the game was quite well written, because people aren't going to engage with it long enough to accept that. It'll just be, oh, you like XYZ game, you're a horrible person. Which is why I think it does deserve a closer look, and it's why I'm happy, honestly, that a lot of Project Moon YouTubers do like the games, because it somewhat validates, in my mind, liking them. Because, yeah, there's, like, obviously, most obviously is, Frapollo. Frapollo is the most obvious example of somebody who likes it. I mean, he gets a reference in the second game, because that's how big of, like, a promoter of it is. But, like, Welvader. I think Welvader likes the game and uses the music in his videos. It's like, oh, Zero? Excuse me? Oh, they have 12 HP, it's a visual glitch. Okay. What game are we talking about? Black Souls. They have third in the top left HUD. Oh, wrong person. Whoops. I was thinking it was this person. Okay, that's my mistake. But yeah, one of my black source. I'm not gonna do a black source right. No, that's not something I want on the channel. As much as I like the games, they're not something that can be shown. Only ever heard of it by name. It sounds interesting. Yeah, I would recommend trying it out yourself with the knowledge of what it is. Because also, the second game is incredibly, like, to a stupid degree detailed. Like, all the references and place names are actually references to the real-life Lewis Carroll. Like, the amount of literary influence the game has is absurd. It's incredibly detailed, and the story is actually really good. It also has my favorite part of exploration, because quite a lot of the game isn't actually discovering the map, more so discovering secrets of the game. But I don't know, that seems like a cool story, but they're just things I simply cannot overlook for purposes. Yeah, but the story and message are good. Yeah, that's totally fair. By knowing the game before going to... No, I'm saying know that it is a H game. That is what you have to keep in mind when going into it, because it is very much that. It doesn't attempt to hide its identity. Anyway, they should die from that, probably. Right. Okay, back to focusing on how to play the game. Let's focus you down, I reckon. I've just heard it's a pretty fuck game. Oh, absolutely. It is absolutely a pretty fuck game. That is an apt description. We're not going to talk about it. You guys aren't going to talk about it, no. Do as I say, not as I do, chat. This is the typical way to do things. I see this is going way better than the first time. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's see how this goes. They really copy and pasted the same fight 3 times? Yeah, sweepers are suddenly something. I get that from my perspective, the NSFW aspects don't even seem that needed. Like, most of the NSF content to me just looks like a glorified puppy blender. I think it's... I'm not going to mention you using BS2 music in the video. Shh. To explain it... Also, by the way, like, god-awful speed rolls. I would say, whilst not inherently needed, it sort of... It creates an atmosphere, if that makes sense. None of the points are inherently needed by themselves, but together they make the atmosphere that the story needs to make its point. If that makes sense. What does puppy blender mean? Like, needlessly cruel for the sake of being cruel. Or just played up for shock factor, as well as another way of describing that. I would say Mind Hauler is definitely helping with the whole not dying thing. Is Alligator to say overly cruel for no reason? Yeah. That would be another way of saying it. This is the stupidest thing ever, having a bunch of G-cans do burn damage. Max health fusion? Yep. Lovely stuff, really. Surely they die there, surely. No way they don't die there, come on. Alright, both my momentum makes the worst possible story of it. Do you know about Final Surgery 2.0? I don't, and that sounds like a horrific name that shouldn't be said on a YouTube stream, actually. There is an undeniable allure to, like, stuff like The Jaunt. Or, I mean, I was about to say The Jaunt or Emesis Blue. me when I say the same media twice? No way. Honestly, Emesis Blue is a really, really well-made thing. If you haven't watched Emesis Blue, go watch Emesis Blue. Shortly everyone knows TF2 enough to get Emesis Blue, right? That's like a universal experience. The Jaunt, yes, it's the thing that W Corp was inspired by. Yep, it is the thing that W Corp was inspired by. Which is quite cool. It's nice. I can't believe KGH would put a Emesis Blue reference. I didn't know he was a TF2 fan. Let me actually do this, huh? She's unknown, but the in-depth medical stuff freaks me the hell out. That is fair. Honestly, I'd like to get good at it, but it does feel like sometimes it just pulls out some bullshit for the sake of bullshit. Book out of the reading list, nice. The Jaunt, I think The Jaunt is a short read, but it's quite influential in a lot of existential horror, because the idea behind The Jaunt is effectively humanity has figured out how to do intergalactic space travel. And it's effectively instant teleportation from point A to point B, or 5 seconds, or insert W Corp reference here. But the thing about it is, before you go into this sort of thing, they put you under anesthetic. Because, they don't tell you why they put you under anesthetic, it's just something that they do. It's just the done thing. But there's one boy who wants to see what goes on. He wants to see what happens in the machines. So he holds his breath before being sent into the machine. So he doesn't get the anesthetic effect. And what sorry, Xenophtonimus, we're talking about the Jaunt. And what happens is, in words you'll be familiar with if you know Emesis Blue, it's eternity in there. Effectively, the amount of time that it actually takes is it's the real time, but even longer. It is an unimaginably, like, boggles the mind level amount of time that this kid had to be conscious for. And in the end, it drives him mad. Now, chat, where have you seen that before? Where have you seen something like that in Project Moon? Anyway, yeah, so the Jaunt is what inspires W Corp, which is really interesting. I think it's really cool to see just things that you wouldn't immediately think are references turn out to be references. I think it's quite cool to see. You better hold that in eternity. I wonder. But yeah, no, it's really cool. I don't get how how some people... Oh. I don't get how some people don't like stories. Like, how can you not like reading? Not just reading, but like interacting with any sort of story whatsoever. How, like, why would you not? That's so cool. This might be biased because I was a student library assistant, so I sort of have an agenda to uphold, but like, yeah, no, I don't get it. Oops, was a patron? No, I was just an assistant librarian. Still. With a lot of people with you on this one? Yeah. That's reassuring, at least. But, like, also, even in some degrees, people who don't want to, like, put any effort into understanding themes of stories. I don't usually talk in live chats, but that subject may want to talk. Yeah, nice. But, like, yeah, I really don't get it either. I'm a lore enthusiast for my favorite games, and I really don't get how people just skip the whole lore. Yeah, I, like, seeing, oh, voice crack. Seeing Limbus Company discussions, you'd think none of them even played the games. Like, it is, in my opinion, and now I might be biased because I don't like the combat of Limbus Company, but it is the redeeming factor. The redeeming factor of Limbus Company is its story. How are there people not engaging in the story? What do they do instead? Last few doesn't have a cup trainer alone, and get past that through that though. Yeah, Coven's got my ass. But like, okay, here's the thing. I love warp trains. Warp trains are one of my favorite things in the game. But I hate how they're misconstrued. Most people don't understand that the ordinary warp train isn't like blood and gore. The ordinary warp train is actually quite civilized. It's the thing that we learn about when we look into the whatchamacallit? The key pages. When we look into the key pages of the warp train stuff, we actually learn that most people like are pretty normal about it. And then in some cases you see people form entire societies. Like, hold on. Crimson Star. Please read this, it's short. That's a terrifying thing to say. What is this? But like, we specifically know that that one is dangerous because of Jaehyun and Elena. Otherwise it doesn't really ever go that mad. What is... Oh no. Index Proselyte, a relatively powerful group of characters in the city, can move fast enough to blitz a bullet. Explicitly red as it leaves the barrel. It can't even be said the character fires while the proselyte is in the middle of a dash. The clash particle appears red in front of the barrel, and clash actions happen with the same flame, so he really is blitzing that bullet. Tamaki, the shooter, is 144 centimeters tall. 144 by 60 pixels equals 2.4 centimeters per pixel. Distance the bullet travels in the animation start is 8 pixels. 2.4 times 8, 19.2. This is... I hate this. Who did this? Who did this? No, it's not an anti-material. It couldn't be an anti-material rifle. The head would kill them. Oh god. The head would not permit an anti-material rifle. Because an anti-material rifle is, shock horror, good at getting through materials. Anyway, I wish there were comments ridiculing that. The only fun part of power scaling is the maths. Yes. Like, okay, let's bring up old game theory. Old game theory is hype. Not like game theory is actually quite cool. I could talk about game theory sometime. I really like game theory. Game theory is a cool way of analyzing the world, but it's not who I'm talking about right now. By the way, just as a quick heads up, early MatPat videos are madness. Like, not popular, oldest. Like, ignoring all of this sort of stuff. Like, he had some wild stuff. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, MatPat? What are we doing, MatPat? What is this? Anyway, this was all cool because, like, the maths ones were quite cool. Like, I can remember one about, like, the bombs in Mario. I don't get how he got away with that, frankly. Early MatPat is madness. How did he do any of that without YouTube instantly demonetizing him? Oh, they're dead. No, we're not talking about that. It's not a conversation that is being had. Time to let Eugen tank with ashes, yeah. How did you win that? Huh. Ow. You know, I have to say, I think the way does anybody else in Minecraft crouch when they're talking to someone else? Like, I feel like the way I react and do things in Minecraft has just permanently been altered by those old, like, roleplay videos. Like, the mod pack roleplay videos. That's just permanently altered how I do things. What is this? You crouch in Minecraft? Yeah, like, you always used to activate sticky keys from crouching. I'm like, who is this? Oh, this guy. Yeah. I've seen this guy's videos before. My god, yeah. Yeah, no, that's... I've permanently been altered by them. My Hypixel Skyblock guild has changed my communication in Minecraft forever. Understandable. Why are you locked in? Oh. Me when Kazuna, I forgot about the fact that Kazuna was something that exists. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Kazuna is, in fact, something that exists. Unk forgot that Kazuna was a passive in the game? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That is something that happened. Unk, take your memory pills. What are memory pills? What does that entail? What are memory pills, chat? Why did I say that like a Maxor clip? Doctor. Maxor's Metal Gear Rising videos are amazing. Real good stuff, honestly. Yeah, anyway, Asher's fine. You go to the memory man and they give you the memory pills. You never had to see the memory man? The memory man? No. No, I've not had to go see the memory man for the memory pills. Is this, like... Am I missing out? Is the memory man good to talk to? What memory man? Yeah, that's what I'm worrying about at this point. Oh. I love how the brightness from ashes just goes stupidly high when the trash disposal hits to the max. The best conversations I've had were with the memory man. I see. Huh. Is this some elite ball knowledge I don't know about? Yeah, I don't know either at this point, and that's worrying me. Good memories. Huh. Much better than attempt 1? Yeah, I think Mind Hauler has quite helped. Who could have guessed, by the way, chat? Making a strategy actually helps. Also, I want to point out how stupidly long we've been on this fight for. This has been the entire stream, these 2 attempts. Like, this one encounter just lasts a year. Ow. This is just a normal streak, I don't, yeah. Memory was my greatest friend throughout most of middle to high school, to be honest. Well, lots of good memories with the Memory Man. The Memory Man sounds like they should be a FNAF Ultimate Custom Night enemy. Is that just me who thinks that? Like, that sounds like an Ultimate Custom Night. Isn't winning with defend direct damage? Nope. No, it is not. Anyway, they die in it. What? Why do they not die? They don't have persistence. Huh? Excuse me? No, that's not how we do this here. He's winning media. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Oh, he has health hauler. Ah. That is an issue. One moment. There we are, that should do the trick. It's slightly hard to use tank damage strats. I remember the Memory Man teaching me how to play Ultimate Custom Night. Such good memories. I have bad memories with the Memory Man. Who is the Memory Man? Do I not remember the Memory Man? Has the Memory Man taken my memories? Okay, now we can get HOD. Do we actually want... No, hold on. We need to quickly check if this works. The Memory Man was my lover. What? What? You don't want to remember the Memory Man. The Memory Man made me forget. The Memory Man killed my grandma, okay? Oh. Because I'm officially Hills experiencing space. Runaway Ideon. How the horrors go around creation? Good, we just beat the sweepers. The Memory Man taught me how to build a house. The man was my memory all along. I see. In the words of Sealer... Never mind, I'm not gonna make that joke. Can I actually have anything more on you? No, this is it. I should probably replace Keeping in Stride now. Considering we have the health haulers. I could replace this with, Stigma. I feel so Stigma. Key memory on my man till I forget. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, let's replace this with health hauler now. Because health hauler is basically just rations, but better. What if the Memory Man gets amnesia? What, I suppose he's not the memory. He was the Memory Man then. This feels like the birth of an inside joke. It really does. Razor Strike. We don't need you. Do you know the Memory Man? Anyway, what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna quickly get one of these pages. My favorite Memory Man memory is when the Memory Man reminded me how to write properly. The Memory Man taught me how to ride a bike. Yield my men to claim their memories. I looked away for 5 minutes. Who the hell's the Memory Man? I've been here all the time and I still don't know who the Memory Man is. Anyway, this is the point where we just hard target this guy because, fuck him in particular. Welcome to index targeting. Feat me doing index targeting as well. Two can play at that game. Ow. I wonder if you heal more from health holders than the damage they deal is. The memory man taught me to target the index. This chat is madness, madness. The memory man is my favorite color fixer. Oh, I see. They're a color fixer now. Do you know what's yellow and really bad on your eye? A bulldozer. He is the memory man. His memories are delicious. Okay, that one I know. That's a Muffin Man reference, isn't it? Do these guys target the... What is with these percent chances? What's up with that? The memory man was my favorite bomb. They're an arsonist now? Well, I guess it's not an arsonist, but... Okay, they're dead here, yeah. Am I being... Oh. So that's my execution warrant, I see. Sinner, I remember your memories. So true. Why are you making yourself suffer with all these challenges? Your life is worth more than this? Thank you for the vote of encouragement. Sadly, YouTube disagrees with you. Yeah. Honestly, I should just try doing, like, a different video on something at some point. I'm sure people would like that. Maybe. Are these people in the room with us right now? Who knows? They're dead already. What am I doing? Memory Man for some challenge ideas? I suppose. Is the Memory Man known for challenges? I've seen your other videos like the No Ego Lob Corp, and that's honestly insane. Thank you. Honestly, this might make me sound actually mad, but I preferred playing Lob Corp egoless than playing it with ego. Anyway. The Book of Queen Bee. So, can we just kill this person? Like, if we kill them, does the fight end? Or do we need to kill everyone? Now do Bina's core suppression with one agent, no ego, level 1 whilst blind? Give me a bit. I'll get around to it. Everyone needs to die? Because otherwise I'd say it might be more worth it to just... I mean, we could just take all the aggro and then focus them down. Because if we kill them, then that's all the, like, difficulty of the fight gone, right? I have a challenge run for you, play Limbus. How could you do that? What a horrifying thing to suggest to someone. Okay, we just can't roll for shit. Good to see. Okay. How long do you plan on streaming? I'll stop streaming soon. I've got to go eat food. Sadly. But yeah, I'll go do that soon. I'm just going to quickly... I'm going to give this fight one attempt, and then after that, that'll be me calling it. I should probably put that first. Just in case. Have you considered not eating? Unfortunately, I like food. Slight flaw in the plan. Oh, that's not good. Maybe we go for pierce resistance. Just maybe. Wait, counter pages on Eugen, maybe? Is that a plan? Counter pages and then focus down the main queen. The character doesn't get staggered. Give 5 strength haste to all allies next scene. Huh. Why are they being targeted? Okay. Just fuck that guy in particular, I suppose? Block my gaming angle? Block my... maybe. Did you never get Hockman's floor to level 8? We have reached unparalleled levels of madness here. Fusion Lone Fixer Kazuna counter die strats, doesn't it? There is a non-zero chance. There is a non-zero chance. Uh-oh. So they're just dead then. Good to know. That is rough. Bye-bye. Are they healing? I'm not sure. This is an important question, because if they are healing, then that's problematic for us. They healed? Ah. Meet memory. Oh. Amazing. Okay, so they always then target the next along. We could then just give it... We could just reroll until it goes to them, and then we have counter strats. That could be how we do things. Essentially. They call him the memory man. Eugen's dead this turn? Does Eugen really die from footfalls? Could have sworn they'd have more HP. Yeah, no, they've gotten more HP than that. Oh. There's not sufficient disk space to continue recording. Okay, let me delete some stuff then. Like, I don't know, the entire video I have, that's probably a good idea. And that, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's continue recording. Why are they targeting them now, huh? I can't stack them when they die. Delete the memory man. Never. I could never delete the memory man, chat. Could you delete the memory man? Memories will make you harder than who you without them. Oh. The memory man is not stored locally. That's a hell of a tooltip. Okay, honestly, this might just... I might have done this all wrong. It might just be a case of attack the grunts. Because, like, they appear to be dying quite quickly. No memory to man. I get that one. Oh, they're all targeting me now. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Okay, they just die here. Damn. Okay, I get the feeling this one might have ended in defeat. Potentially. Oh. Hold on. Look at enemy passives. Oh! Oh! I see them! That works then. I was not expecting the double footfalls to, do that for us. Yeah. Okay. That works. I've never seen that interaction before because I normally kill the ads. Wow. Okay, this, finally. When hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn and 1 to 3 bleed to the attacker next scene. We have just basically tripled our damage. Also, loyalty is madness. I love loyalty. Yeah. It's not really as useful here. So, we now have this. The realization. This is the part where I believe things begin to get easier for us. But yeah, on that note, I think I'm gonna go eat food. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing and join the Discord. It's in the pinned comment. You can find it right there. It's really cool. We talk a lot. But yeah, I'll see you all around.